Hello again, YouTube. After a much delayed time, this is the second in my series with the Bluetti Solar X 4K and the Apex 300. Just something out of the way real quick. I did try to make a video with the Apex using powering my house dryer. It just wouldn't do it. I ordered this adapter off of eBay. Has the little dog legs for the dryer here in the States. It bumps the dryer for about 1/3 of a second, and that's it. It was done, and it kicked it. Sorry, I had to do some editing. Yeah, so long story short, the Apex 300 by itself, plugged into a standard American household dryer, it will not dry. It will not power it. It's just too much, and it tried for, like I said, about 1/3 of a second. And after that, it kicked the overload. And that was it. That was the end of it. Well, let's throw that over her shoulders and go on to something exciting. I have notes. Notes. Bluetti has a new backup power unit for your refrigerator or your freezer. It can power multiple devices in the event of a power outage. You've ever been away, your town has a storm, you're worried about your power going out, your freezer, your refrigerator. They've got new, Bluetti has the fridge power. It's coming out November 4th, so be sure to look for that. It's 2016 watt hours by itself. It's expandable with the B200 battery units. You can put up to 3 of those battery units for a total of 8,064 watt hours, which is a lot of backup power for a refrigerator. Several days worth of power is about what that counts to. Again, you can multiply. You can use it to power multiple devices. Can also be used. But it has a great little app that comes with it. So you're away, and all of a sudden, poof, you get a notification on your phone. Hey, your power unit just kicked in. It's great. I'm not going to advertise it too much because I don't have a unit yet. Or if I had a unit, I could probably do a video on it. But until I get one, I can't do a video on it. So look for that again, November 4th. They're very excited about it. I actually had some input in some of the advertisement and some of the other things, dimensions. I got to give some input in this, so I'm very excited about it. So look for that, and let's go on with the rest of the intricacies of the Solar X 4K. Okay, so now, one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to get these videos out, A, had a couple funerals to go to, and B, I dropped my phone in the woods and broke it really, really good. And it took me a week to get my phone back up and going again. This video is being filmed by the iPhone 17 Air, the front camera. So this is what the video quality can look like. I may even tag iPhone in there. Maybe they'll send me a cup holder or something. Anyways, so to hook the Apex up to the Solar X 4K, you need one of these cables. Now, this cable is for the AC 500. The only difference between this cable and the P90 cable that goes for the Apex 300 is right there. It says, this one says 150A. That is the only, that, and this one was wrapped in orange, and that one was wrapped in black plastic, Velcro. Only difference in those two cables that I know, but apparently this part knows the difference. So make sure you get the right cable. This is the 90 cable for the Apex going to the Solar X 4K. This one is for the AC 500. these 180-degree cables to connect your batteries. They fit perfectly. I will say, and I can tell you in advance, if you do not have this in the locked position, it'll give you an error message. Ask me how I know. So that's my interim on these cables. Now I'm going to take you off the Bluetti selfie stick that I got, and I'm going to show you some of the things about the Solar X 4K and the insides thereof. So get ready for wavy Jerry Vision camera. Okay, back again. This is the specifications. As you can see, right here, you got a maximum input of 4,200 watts. That's where we'll talk about that later. Open circuit voltage is 500 volts DC. Startup voltage says 150 here. And then the MPPT operating range is from 120 to 450 volts DC. However, if you look on the side of the actual unit itself, it says range 120 to 450 for DC, but it doesn't say anything about the startup of being 150. So, not really sure. I presume that it wants 150 volts to get started, because that would stop it. Because if there was a situation where if it was 120 to get it going, then boom, it's 119, and it's 121, and it's 118, and it's 122, and it would keep it clicking on and off, back and forth. I'm presuming that maybe the logic is if you got 150 to get it going, then at least you've got enough sunlight to keep it from kicking in and out. That's a guess on my part. There's all your things, and this literally is the owner's manual, and this literally is the sticker on the side. So take that, do what you will. I will say here is the mock-up that I have made for my solar unit, if I had one going. This obviously is the Apex 300. This is the Solar X 4K. I've got this P90 cable wired in, and technically this is wired in for good. I don't have to take this off. This is just a mock-up. I want to stress, first thing straight out of the gate, actually it's probably the fourth thing, but they have made several grounding stations here, and Bluetti provided all of these screws. I assume there's one behind this, you just can't see it, but there's several of these, and they provided the screws. They also provided the clips that would go up under here that your grounding would go to. Bluetti went out of their way to make sure you ground here, you ground here, you ground here. This is to ground your solar, the metal to your solar. Very, and again, they provided everything. They provided the 4 screws to mount this permanently. They provided the inserts into the wall so that those screws can, they took care of all of that. Cannot say enough good things about how well this was packaged, about all of the things that they included. They included this one. I did have to buy this separate. This is your DC disconnect. In case you got like a lightning storm, or for whatever reason you don't want your solar coming on, they highly recommend this. This also, in the event of an overload, this protects your unit. As you can see, I have no solar coming in. This makes me sad. That's where you come in. Okay, so in my last video, we talked about the Boots on the Ground campaign. I have volunteers now to mount the solar panels. So that's good. I could probably still use some electricians. Could also use the solar panels. I can get some used solar panels. Long story short, about $1,200, and I could have my solar array up and going. I just don't have that. The PayPal is going to be in the subscription. That's where you guys come in if you want to make a donation to that. Help me get this solar up and going. Great. I will say, I just have this cable coming in from the Solar X 4K going straight into the Apex. If you were to have multiple batteries, you would have this clicked in, and then you would simply move this on down to the next one. If you had another one, you move it on down to the next one. So this plugs into your batteries or your battery supply, not necessarily the actual Apex itself. So that is my video on my mock-up of how the Solar X 4K would work if I had enough solar on my roof to make it work, but I don't. So hint, hint. Anyways, long story short, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video and get it going, get it out, because it is way overdue. And I want to give a shout out to Bluetti. Again, they provided the Solar X 4K, so I want to give them credit where credit is due. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. That apparently my subscribers has increased by 20% since my last video on this. I now have 40 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your support. Do a little activity on the account. It always helps. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.